Hey girls, wow, what a week it's been. What a week of emotions. Hey, I want to take you to what it's been like. I guess it's emotions are exhausting, and I really don't know how to frame this email, and I really didn't want to send something from me this week. I wanted to just get someone else to do a special feature. But a beautiful friend in my world encouraged me this week to put it out there and to encourage people with this email. So I don't know if this will encourage you, but it's been public. Losing my hair has been very public. People have seen it, but they see the highlights, but it's amazing the feedback you get from people. Everyone just goes, oh, you're so brave, so brave. Every time I drive my car, I think I'm at the lights and I think that person must think I've got leukemia, or I'm sick. Or every time I walk into the school, people, what do they think when they walk past me? Like, it just runs through your brain 24/7, constantly thinking, what are people thinking of me? What do people think of me? How do they view me when they don't know me? People were close to me, I'll go, oh, Nikki, look amazing. But really, no one's game enough to say, oh my gosh, Nikki, you look terrible. So I've had to put a dress on, I don't know if you can see, and I've had to make myself girly and put the bling on. But, even when I was dropping Will at school the other day, his friend said to him, your mum has no hair. And that night I went home and I said to Will, that little boy that was with you when I dropped you off, and he said that your mummy doesn't have any hair, are you okay? Like, what did you say back to that? And he just said, I just said you shaved it for the Leukemia Foundation. Now, he knows little boys in his world that are also close to mine that have leukemia. And so he's seen other little boys lose their hair and knows a little bit more about what the cancer is. But I said, are you okay by that? Like, the last thing I want is my children to have to wear this. And he said, yeah. And are you going to cry again, Mum? Because I've done a lot of crying. And I said, no. But, it's... Oh, my hand's getting sore. I really need to get a selfie stick. It's amazing just how different this whole journey, how cold I feel in the morning, how I wake up and I feel cold. I've struggled. Normally I get out of bed and I just go out and I might go for a swim, or I might go do something in the morning. I can't get out of bed. I don't want to. I don't have that I don't have that internal thing that says go. And I know it will come back, and I know it's only something small, and to most people. But this morning I was like, I've got to go. I've got to do this testimony in this week's email, and I've got to get myself out of bed, and I've got to go. So I went, and so many points you want to turn around, and it made me realize that you've got to back yourself, girls. You've got to be your biggest supporter. I've got to be the biggest supporter. Everyone says just remind yourself of why you did it. And I do, but I've got to be my biggest supporter. I've got to be my biggest believer. You've got to be your biggest believer. I can imagine at so many points when people lose weight that they just go, people comment and comment. Oh, you've lost weight. And you must be like, oh, please, just not another person make a comment. And I get to the point where every single client that comes through my door, they're going to make a comment. I was doing a seminar yesterday at Maitland and doing a public speak, and every time someone late came in the room, shave my hair for the Leukemia Foundation, shave my hair. You had to keep explaining yourself. And I can't just, at some point, just want to put my hair back on. And I can imagine that when you are losing weight and people keep commenting, because we're in a society that just has to comment, you must be like, look, I'm not used to this, and I just am going to go eat the chips because it's easier to hide than to have people notice me. I don't want to get noticed anymore. I want to go hide and shift back into the background where people don't see you anymore. You know what? come to the light. It's scary, but as women, we've got to do this. We've got to go forward. It doesn't mean it's an easy journey, but you got to be your number one fan. You got to back yourself. You got to stop giving yourself excuses. I hear excuses all day long. Oh, it's too cold. Oh, it's too hot. Oh, it's too this, it's too that. There's always a reason why we can't do something. We justify it to ourselves. Stop with the reasons. When I get people in my door that just go, I did it. And I go, how? And they go, I just did it. It just connected. You got that in Mel's email the other week. She made up her mind and just went, I'm doing this. And you know what? There's 3-4 more months in this year and I've got my goal set. And I just went, oh, that's a woman. That's a woman who's going to do stuff despite what's going on. You know, I've got to keep going. I've got to get up. I've got to see girls every day in my office. I've got to keep going. You've got to make the decision and back yourself. So, you know, this wasn't a praise thing. This was about, this is hard. Every time you look in the mirror, it's hard, but there's a reason. There's people in my heart that lost more than cancer, more than their hair, you know, and the conversations, even the conversations that I shared with the mum losing her 8-year-old Blake and just meeting her last week. And she said to me, I say thank you, you know. And then I was down at the Reader's Cafe and the lady that, works there, she said, you know, losing my hair was okay, but losing my eyebrows and eyelashes, I didn't like that. And I'm like, oh, you know, there's people that have gone through stuff, but everyone goes through stuff. Don't think yours is any less. Yours is huge because it impacts you. It affects what you think. It affects how you do today. Yours is huge. So take control on yours and back yourself. Make a decision with yourself and back yourself. Because I adore you. And people in your world adore you. And the people that are so close to you adore you. I am so glad that my husband's still by my side. And when I come home, even though I look different, he still embraces me. And my little madam will find me wherever he is in the house and run and give me a cuddle. And when I walk through the door, and I'm not home as much as I could be with work at the moment, but it's amazing. Will's not the same, but Mads will, and it just really impacts me. So I hope, you know, you put on your bling. I've been blessed with bling, beautiful girlfriends that have blinged me up with things and scarves to wear and ways of making myself pretty. You know, put it on, be the confident you know you can be. And yeah, let's keep doing this journey together, hey?